Stadio Marcantonio Bentigodi hosts a high-stakes battle between two of the most penalized teams in Serie A this season. Verona currently sits in 19th place and has adopted a desperate, high-friction defensive style, averaging 2.53 cards per match. Statistically, they are very likely to receive a high number of cautions due to their weakness in defending counterattacks and tendency to foul in dangerous areas. Genoa is equally aggressive, with key midfielder Ruslan Malinovic already accumulating 9 yellow cards this campaign. The over 3.5 cards market is further supported by historical data. Their last head-to-head meeting in November 2025 saw multiple bookings in a tense 2-1 affair. With Verona fighting for top-flight survival and Genoa's penchant for tactical fouls, averaging 2.77 cards per 90 minutes, the probability of this match clearing the 4-card threshold is statistically estimated at 72%, prediction, over 3.5 cards. This Serie A round 29 fixture sees a struggling Pisa side host a Cagliari team that consistently finds ways to score. Pisa sits at the bottom with the league's worst defensive record, recently suffering a 4-0 defeat. Statistically, they have conceded in 93% of their home matches this season. While Cagliari also fights in the lower half, they have managed to score in 13 of their 14 away league games, a 92% success rate. In their reverse fixture in December 2025, the two sides played out a high-scoring 2-2 draw. Despite missing key players, Cagliari's attack is statistically favored to exploit a Pisa defense that hasn't kept a clean sheet in over 2 months. With Pisa averaging 1.6 goals conceded per match, the probability of Cagliari finding the net is exceptionally high. Prediction, Cagliari to score. The Marpe Stadium hosts a mid-table Serie A clash where offensive trends favor the visiting side. Bologna enters this fixture in 8th place, showing remarkable scoring consistency away from home. Statistically, Bologna averages 1.6 goals per game as guests, a figure significantly higher than their home average. They have failed to score in only a handful of away trips this season. Sassuolo, currently in 9th, has struggled defensively, conceding an average of 1.46 goals per match at home. Furthermore, Sassuolo has kept a clean sheet in only 21% of their home fixtures in the 2026 campaign. Historical data also backs this trend, as Bologna has found the net in 4 of their last 5 meetings. With Riccardo Orsolini in good form, the probability of Bologna breaching the defense is high. Prediction, Bologna to score. Stadio Giuseppe Sinigalia hosts a high-stakes top 5 clash where aggressive styles will clash. Como is among the most booked teams in Serie A, accumulating 62 yellow cards, 2.3 per game. Statistically, their discipline falters against elite opposition, as seen in their previous meeting where they received 4 bookings. AS Roma maintains a physical approach under Gian Piero Gasparini, with Gianluca Mancini leading a defensive line prone to tactical fouls. The referee, Davide Massa, is known for his strictness, maintaining a high career average of cautions per game. Given the tactical necessity for both sides to secure European spots and the high foul count in their recent head-to-head history, the probability of exceeding the 3.5 card threshold is statistically high at 68%. Prediction, over 3.5 cards. Stadio Olimpico hosts a clash where AC Milan aims to maintain their title challenge. Statistically, Milan is one of the few teams still unbeaten away from home this season, 9 wins, 5 draws. They hold the second-best defense, conceding only 20 goals in 28 matches. Lazio, in 10th place, has struggled for consistency in 2026, with only a 32% win rate. While Lazio recently beat Sassuolo, their record against the Rossoneri is poor, losing 6 of their last 10 meetings. Milan's offensive efficiency and superior goal difference, 24, make them favourites. Given that Milan has not lost away in 14 trips and Lazio has drawn nearly 40% of their total matches, a double chance result for the visitors is statistically very likely. Prediction, double chance, AC Milan or draw. St. Moix hosts a battle where defensive gaps suggest goals at both ends. Mallorca, in 18th place, has failed to keep a clean sheet in 13 consecutive games, conceding 1.63 goals per match. However, Vedat Muriqi remains a threat with 18 goals this season. Espanyol, 7th, shows a similar trend, failing to keep a clean sheet in their last 11 matches while averaging 1.26 goals scored. Statistically, 63% of Mallorca's matches and 59% of Espanyol's have ended with both teams to score. Their last 5 meetings also saw goals at both ends. Given both teams' recent 2-2 draws and poor defensive discipline, the probability of BTTS is statistically high at 60%. Prediction: both teams to score. The clash at Camp Nou promises high entertainment given Barcelona's offensive power, averaging 2.2 goals per home game. Statistically, Barca matches have exceeded the 2.5 goal threshold in 70% of their La Liga fixtures this season. Sevilla, despite defensive instability, managed to score in 8 of their last 10 away trips, exploiting gaps left by high-pressing teams. Direct history confirms this trend, with their last 4 meetings producing 14 goals. With Robert Lewandowski in peak form and Sevilla's defense conceding consistently, the probability of at least 3 goals is 72%. Both teams favor open play, which statistically supports a high-scoring outcome for this Sunday fixture. Prediction: over 2.5 goals. This European race clash at Estadio de la Cartuja features 2 sides with high offensive output and consistent defensive lapses. Statistically, 63% of matches for both Betis and Celta Vigo this season have ended with both teams to score. BTTS. Betis, currently 5th, averages 1.6 goals per game but has conceded 6 goals in their last 4 outings across all competitions. Celta Vigo, in 6th, arrives in excellent scoring form, having found the net in 8 consecutive matches, including recent strikes against Real Madrid and Lyon. Historical data heavily supports this prediction, as the last 6 consecutive meetings between these teams produced goals at both ends. With both squads fighting for a top 5 finish and neither defense keeping a clean sheet recently, the probability of BTTS is statistically high. Prediction: both teams to score. Real Arena hosts a Basque Navarrese clash where offensive trends strongly support the over 1.5 goals market. Real Sociedad has seen at least 2 goals in 80% of their recent matches, including a high-scoring 3-2 loss to Atletico Madrid last week. Statistically, they average 1.5 goals scored and 1.5 conceded per game in 2026. Osasuna follows a similar pattern, with their last fixture ending in a 2-2 draw against Mallorca. Historical data is even more compelling. The 2 sides met just 2 months ago in the Copa del Rey, producing a 2-2 draw. In fact, their last 3 head-to-head meetings have averaged 3.3 goals per game. With both teams fighting for European spots and neither keeping consistent clean sheets, the probability of seeing at least 2 goals is statistically high at 79%. Prediction: over 1.5 goals. The MHP Arena hosts a critical Bundesliga clash where both sides showcase prolific attacking stats. Stuttgart has been a goal-scoring machine at home, but their defense has shown cracks, recently conceding twice in both a 2-2 draw with Mainz and a 2-1 Europa League loss to Porto. Statistically, Deniz's Undav, 15 goals, leads a front line that has helped Stuttgart score in 90% of their home fixtures. RB Leipzig enters in strong form after back-to-back 2-1 victories, with Yang Diamond finding his rhythm. The historical data is compelling. Their last meeting in November 2025 ended 3-1 for Leipzig, and 4 of their last 5 head-to-head encounters have seen both teams find the net. Given that both teams are tied on 47 points and possess top-tier offenses but average over 1.3 goals conceded per game, the probability of BTTS is statistically high. Prediction: both teams to score. Stade Ocean hosts a clash where Lyon looks to reclaim their form against a struggling Le Havre side. Statistically, Lyon, 4th, has been prolific this season, scoring 40 goals in 25 matches, 1.6 per game. While they are on a recent winless streak, their away matches have trended toward high scores, including a 3-2 loss to Marseille and a 3-1 loss to Strasbourg. Le Havre, 14th, has the second worst defense in the bottom half, conceding 32 goals. Crucially, Le Havre has failed to keep a clean sheet in their last 3 outings, while their home games average 1.54 goals scored. Historical data is decisive. Their last 4 head-to-head meetings have all cleared the 1.5 goal line, producing 14 goals total. With both teams missing defensive starters due to suspension and injury, the probability of at least 2 goals is statistically high at 76%, prediction, over 1.5 goals. Old Trafford hosts a high-stakes battle for third place between two teams level on 51 points. Manchester United enters this fixture following a 2-1 defeat to Newcastle, ending a long unbeaten run under Michael Carrick. Statistically, United has been dominant at home, winning their last 5 league games at Old Trafford and scoring at least twice in each. Aston Villa, despite a recent 4-1 loss to Chelsea, remains a potent threat on the counter and averages 1.34 goals per game. Historical trends heavily favour goals. 74% of their past 35 meetings have cleared the 1.5 goal line. Furthermore, United's last 6 home games have averaged over 3 goals per match. With both defences missing key starters like Lisandro Martinez and Matty Cash, and both teams averaging over 1.3 goals conceded per 90 minutes, a multi-goal encounter is statistically probable. Prediction, over 1.5 goals. The City Ground hosts a vital Premier League clash where Fulham aims to exploit Forest's defensive vulnerabilities. Nottingham Forest has struggled at home, failing to keep a clean sheet in their last 3 league matches and conceding an average of 1.36 goals per game this season. Statistically, Forest has kept only 5 clean sheets in 29 matches, 17%. Fulham, currently in 10th place, averages 1.4 goals per game and has dominated this head-to-head, winning 8 of the last 10 meetings. Despite an inconsistent away record, Marco Silva's side has consistently found the net at the City Ground in recent years. With Fulham boasting 40 goals this season compared to Forest's 28, and the home side winless in their last 6 matches, the probability of Fulham scoring at least once is statistically supported at 71%. Prediction, Fulham to score. Anfield hosts a clash where Liverpool is the overwhelming favourite against a Tottenham side in historic disarray. Spurs arrive on the back of 6 consecutive defeats across all competitions, including a 5-2 hammering by Atletico Madrid. Statistically, Liverpool has not lost at home to Tottenham since 2011, winning 12 of the last 16 league meetings. Tottenham faces a defensive crisis with Christian Romero doubtful and Mickey van der Ven suspended. Meanwhile, Liverpool aims for their 1,500th league win at Anfield. Spurs have conceded 2 or more goals in 9 successive matches, while Liverpool's attack, led by Hugo Ekitike, 11 goals, remains potent. Given Tottenham's 13% win rate in 2026 and their porous backline, a home victory is the most statistically probable outcome, 68% win probability. Prediction, Liverpool to win.